coverage of the mid-year budget review, and I have with me here the Minister of Trade and Industry, and then there's another one which I forgot. Honorable, forgive me for that, but an agribusiness as well.
The President has realigned the Ministry of Trade and Industry by Executive Instrument EI1 2025 to include agribusiness. So we are now a Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry.
Honorable, thank you so much for your time. For you, for your sector, I knew that normally for these presentations, the sector ministers would make an input as well. What should we be expecting on the trade and industry sector when the minister comes before the House, please?
Well, the enabling environment is what the trade, agribusiness and industry sector looks out for. Before trade, agribusiness and industry can thrive, you need the enabling environment, especially dollar is the major trading currency for our country. And once the cedi appreciates, then you know that there is ease of doing business because cost of production certainly reduces. And there is investor confidence, and you know that the Business Regulatory Reform Unit at the Ministry of Trade is doing awesome. And so I say that the business environment is good. At this budget, I'm expecting the Finance Minister to account for the stewardship of Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a stewardship that I'm sure he'll be proud of today, because the Finance Minister is going to tell us, among other things, how the cedi has appreciated, how prices have reduced, how inflation has reduced, and how investor confidence has increased. And so, by and large, I think that is a very good mid-year, and I expect that at the end of the day, we will be confident of what we have done and will be proud of ourselves as a country, because I see this as something that we have all done together. And so at the end of the day, we will be proud of ourselves as a country, and then we will be strengthened to do more, to even achieve more.
But I know that this is something that would definitely come onto your table in terms of some industry concerns that I know government is working on. The concerns about trading in the retail space has come up again, and Guta is insisting that government enforces the Investment Act. What is government leaders' position on addressing these concerns when it comes to the fact that the retail space is reserved for Ghanaians and Ghanaians only, unless you employ about 20 people and invest more than $1 million? What is the latest in addressing some of these concerns, Honorable?
Okay, so the law is what it is, and the law is what we are enforcing. As I speak to you right now, we are going to the market next week. We having discussion with the trade unions and then rolling out our plan to ensure that only Ghanaians remain in the retail space. That's what it is. And I mean, there is no but, there is no if. And we are going to ensure that that happens.
And that is the assurance I'm going to get from you?
Assurance that I have given, and it's a pledge.
No, we talked about the cedi as well. I mean, there are some businesses who are complaining that they don't have it, and even as well. I mean, what is the engagement to those who are managing the monetary? They are not getting the cedi to do business as well. I know the Bank of Ghana.
Yes, you see, the Bank of Ghana, I have to say a big thank you to the Bank of Ghana, because there was a major issue on the repatriation of export proceeds. Until 3 days ago, you had only 60 days to repatriate your export proceeds. But after engagement with Bank of Ghana, they have extended it to 120 days, which is awesome. If you are trading through the banks are doing their best to ensure that you get foreign exchange to do your transaction. And so I'm sure that the Bank of Ghana is available to make sure that businesses thrive. And I am confident that this matter is something that they are addressing to make sure that everybody is able to trade through the legal channels. And then
we have mentioned Bank of Ghana. Recently, the Bank of Ghana also moved to ensure that when it comes to shipping lines and even at the ports, they work with the commercial banks rate and the Bank of Ghana rate as well. As a sector minister, so what do you make of this recent action by Bank of Ghana to try and sanitize the ports, and when it comes to charges and fees, has been a very big challenge for most importers and businesses?
It is very positive. The Bank of Ghana wants to ensure that we regulate our financial sector prudently, and so they are making sure that people play according to the book, and this is helping the business community. That's why I told you earlier that the investor confidence is very high. The business community really appreciate what is going on, and I think that it is the way to go. So we encourage Bank of Ghana to keep on doing what it's doing, and we really appreciate
Honorable, finally, what is government also doing to improve the business environment for the lot of manufacturing firms, and even with respect to kick and start the 24-hour economy as well?
Oh, when we did the economic dialogue, the business community indicated that once we stabilize the city, they are business people. They will thrive, and that's what I can see. Again, at the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, they are home. We now have the business regulatory reform up and doing. And so one-stop shop, you can get your company registration, you can get your standard authority permit, FDA permit. We coordinate for about 50 government institutions to ensure that the business environment is good. Now, if you go to the ports and harbors, they are improving what they do. There were a lot of containers that the national security is taking off to free the port so that we are able to clear our goods very fast. The government is a hands-on one. Just last Friday, the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry did an exporters forum where we did a clinic. You tell us what you need from us so that you are able to upskill. Awesome. And the president is working on the one that needs bilateral agreements, and then we are also dealing with the one that needs our colleague on the other side. I mean, it is fantastic. So I think that the Mahama administration is a hands-on administration where we deal with the problem practically, solve it for you so that your business thrives.
Honorable, I appreciate your time so much, and we'll come back again for after the presentation. And this is our coverage of the 2024 budget. We've seen that around people are getting in. Very soon, the Minister of Finance will be going before the House to do the mid-year review of 2025 estimates. This is George Afe. Is our coverage of the mid-year budget with you.